everybody. I'm going to go straight into this because this is a comment that I got from Teresa Castile, and she says, I've just seen your video. First, let me say I love your vlogs. Feels like visiting with a good friend. Thank you very much, Teresa, and a lot of you say that, so I'm really pleased about that. DIB Club, I call it Dibby Club. DIBY Club has a free pattern for the YHE Billies. It's almost identical to the rain poncho you were talking about. It's not exact, but very close. I've helped my granddaughter make 2 of them, super easy and one size. So let's go and have a look at the DIBY Club. And it's doitbetteryourself.club or DIBY Club. And what I want to point out straight away is, look at that. Digital patterns are 45% off with the code Get Ready Holidays 2022. So that's well worth thinking about. Then go to shop patterns. It lists all the shop patterns, all of them. And there are quite a lot. Look at, and one of them, I'm going to bypass this at the moment, but it goes through quite a lot of patterns that you can see there. The Weekender bag is a free pattern. That's quite interesting. That'd be quite nice for presents. I might download that one. And then you, I like that one. I do like that one, the Malala sweater. And that's another nice one, the May poncho. I like that. I might download some of these. £9, a lot of money, but if it's 45% off, not bad. I might pick one of them. But anyway, you've got the free template for a mask if you want to do a mask, and the Julianne button up top. There's quite a few there, but the one I'm taking you to is the one that Teresa recommended, and that's this one, the Billy wearable blanket. Very, very similar, and it's free. So take advantage of that, ladies. So I'm going to click on that. It's a unisex one. I think that's quite nice for to make a blanket for sitting on the sofa with. Nice fluffy wool, fluffy pattern, or some fleece pattern that you can get online. That would be quite nice. Snuggle up with a book or movie with this cozy wearable blanket. It is quite good. It's a PDF. I know some of you don't like PDFs, but it's very good to use. And I'm liking it because, look, it's got pockets here. So let's have a look at it a bit closer. That's another picture of it. Hoodie up, that's rather nice. And then if I go to the next one, those are the lengths of fabric you need. Short length 3 3/8. I hope I've got enough fabric. Mind you, I'm short, so I bought 3 meters. Might just get away with it. But this is the one I want to look at. I want to show you the actual the drawings. And you can get an unlined body. Well, that's probably what I want, because I'm not going to line this Mac. This Mac, I think a lot of people are selling them, because those of you who are going to Glastonbury next year, anybody who's managed to get tickets to go to Glastonbury, then you could actually, you might want to make something like this for to go to wear if it rains. And so I think that's the one I might do. This is a longer version, but handy if you're going to make a fleece, if you don't want to buy a fleece and you want to make one. So I'm quite liking that. It's a 3/4 sleeve, that one. I think it says you can have 3/4 or long. I would make a 3/4, because by the time you've had the width, it's going to be, by the width of the body, you're not going to need very big sleeves. So I think I shall get that pattern, especially because it's free. I thought I'd take you to the actual free patterns. I've gone to shop patterns, and then I've gone to free patterns, and I've taken you to here. And these are all the free patterns that you can get. You've got your basic t-shirt, which a lot of people offer the free patterns for. And then you've got leggings. So you could get your t-shirt and your leggings. Look, 2 free things. Really good idea. So you've got your t-shirt, your leggings, and your fluffy top or your jacket or whatever. And then further down, you could get a little t-shirt for little grandson or son, and then you can get a top for your husband. But I wanted to look at this Weekender bag, but let's just see what else there is. There's a makeup. Anyone who has makeup, you could have a makeup pouch, make one for Christmas. And also this hooded infinity scarf. I'm liking that. I think I'll download that as a freebie. And what does that look like? It's actually a scarf that goes round It's a hood. And I think what I like about it, let's have a look at all these pictures, because what I'm liking about it is, going to the larger size, can I go, will that make, it's easy to make for those of you who aren't very good at making. This is the what it looks like. This would be lovely for the winter. In fact, I bet you when it gets flipping cold, I think we'll all be sitting with our fur things on and I'd be wearing one of those over our heads as well. That's quite a nice idea. I think that'd be lovely. It says in cashmere, jersey knit, wool, flannel or polyester. I'd be thinking of either a jersey knit or a wool. And I'm sure I must have something in the back of my room that can cater for that. Give me a second. I'm going to make my face a bit bigger. It wraps around a couple of times. Look, I think I might be inclined to make that a bit shorter. It looks a bit slightly messy there. I think I'd want it further up on my neck here. So if I do download it, I think I'd want it to be a little bit tighter around the neck. And here's some of the pictures to let you see. This is what it's like from the back. Let's go up to show you this young lady wearing it. Yes, I think I'd rather have it, rather than a hangy scarf, I'd rather have it round here. And if you do a jersey, then you can do that because it can stretch over your head. So that's what I would be inclined to do. Let's go to another one to see what other ones are like. This one here. Can I go right? Does it let me go right? No, it just lets me go back to... Right, that's another lady. Again, as I say, I'd want that bit there covered up. So I think I shall download it and see how I go making it myself. That's a nice one. Although she hasn't got on her head to show you. There's a one on her head. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, definitely too much fabric here and needs to be shortened. But I'm going to download that pattern. Now, the other one that I want to talk to you about is, that I quite fancy getting, is this weekender bag. So let's have a look at the weekender bag. And this, you can't really see what it's like there, but thankfully there is a detailed pattern to show you. And there it is. It's a bag that ties up on the shoulders there. So that's quite good. And you can use... You could actually, look at it, they've actually got different colours there. So you could use it from your scrap quarters. You could use it from quilting, from any quilt pieces that you've done. You could use anything scrap. You could use, if it says denim there. So if you've got an old pair of denims, you could make it out from the legs of the denims, I reckon. Doesn't take much fabric. It is lined because it mentions lining fabric. It's got an inside pocket and it's got an optional magnetic closure. I recommend the optional magnetic closure or something to close it just round here. So somebody can't get the, people can't get their hands into the bag to get your purse. I'm going to download the bag, the free bag. I'm going to download that jacket. And I'm quite liking this Malala sweater. So I'm going to have a look at that as well just to see what it looks like. Obviously... You can see it on there, but it's this neck. I like that for the winter. I'm all for keeping your neck warm in the winter. And let's have a look at someone who's made one. This lady looks like she's turned into a dress. Oh, rather nice. Very nice. And let's see somebody else who's made one. What about this one? The stripy one. And I'm sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Lorianne, but I've got a feeling you made something like this. You let me know. I like it in the stripes. Then let's have a look. Oh, there's a white one. What does the white one look like? That's rather nice, isn't it? I quite like that. I'm liking it. I'm liking its shape. And then what about this one? Let's have a look at this one. Oh, I do like that. I like the fact that she's done a different contrast there. Look at that. That's really a good idea. You could use some contrast fabric. If you've got any scraps, you could use that. Really, really nice. I've got several, I've got orange jerseys and other greys and things. I've got enough grey to make one of those, but I could do an orange jersey trim around the neck, and I think that might look nice. It'll take it away from the boring look. So yeah, I'm liking that. I do want to take you down to the bottom of the DIY Club, because at the bottom it's got news and updates, and I've just had a quick search through this one, perfecting serger tension. And if you have any problem with your serger or you want to know more, here's a tutorial telling you about it. And I've just had a quick flick through, and look at that, it's telling you about how they do their tensions. It's telling you about the setup of your serger, because some of you don't know how to set up. I did a video of that on of how to get tensions, how I do it. I'll put it up there. This one might be quite a good one to look at and to have a read through, and it might help you on threading a serger and the stitches that you need to use and the tensions. Not the stitches you need to use, but the tensions. And you see, this is a balance stitch on both sides. And I also said, if you want to undo your stitching, your serger stitching, remove that black stitch, make a snip through that stitch, and make a snip through that purple stitch, pull those out, and then all of this will come away. I did another little mention on that in one of my vlogs. I can't remember which one it is. And it shows you how to deal with unbalanced loopers. This is beautifully illustrated, so well worth looking at and reading through if you're not sure about sergers. Sergers are fantastic things, but they are, a lot of you are worried about how you thread them, and you're also worried about what do you do when you have these stitches wrong. This is an absolutely wonderful example. So here there are these downloadable cards or papers that you can print off like that. You get a set of 4 on an A4 size piece of paper, serger settings, and when you're doing certain fabrics you can make a note of what the fabric is, what the thread type, what your upper looper measurement is, what number your dial is for your upper looper and your lower looper, what you whether you've got a left needle or a right needle in, and the differential feed. These are all really good, so you could print off those cards. Then for every fabric type you use, you'll have a record of what the setting should be.